Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone became one of track and field's most dominant athletes and well-known stars in July. She is unquestionably its least well-known poet as well. When McLaughlin-Levrone was 6 years old, she finished first in a local 100-meter race close to their New Jersey home, spurred on by her parents' promise of a chocolate bar if she won. This established a pattern. She trained on a triangle-shaped high school track, but by 16 she was an Olympian and held the record for the nation's prep athletes. The 1992 Olympic gold medalist in the event, Kevin Young, whose world record held for 29 years, thought to himself, "Whoa, this comet's on its way," when she broke the collegiate record as a Kentucky freshman and went on to win the NCAA title in 2018 on a track that had been wet with rain. As her notoriety increased, McLaughlin-Levrone became more reluctant to express her opinions to anyone save a select group of close family and friends. Her mind would speed along with her, so she would open the Notes app on her phone or laptop and write down how she was feeling. She felt she could understand herself better after reading her words again, sometimes weeks later. At the age of 23, McLaughlin-Levrone is better known for having one of track and field's most impressive resumes. Olympic and World Championship gold medals in the 400-meter hurdles, an event in which she has broken the world record 4 times in the previous 13 months, including her most recent attempt at the world record in Oregon in July, where her time of 50.68 made her the first woman to break the punishing competition's once impenetrable 51-second barrier. The most fascinating thing about track and field is that despite all of her accomplishments, she herself admits that her future is still blank. She is debating whether to continue competing in the 400 hurdles, double up with a second race, or move on from her most successful event and concentrate on another in an effort to duplicate her supremacy. The 400-meter hurdles is something that McLaughlin-Levrone, who has been training in Los Angeles since 2018, thinks they still want to improve in. She predicts that this will be the case in the upcoming season. Whether it is the 400, 200, or 100 hurdles, she believes there will be other events in the future that she would love to tackle. Levrone adores the notion of being able to participate in different activities, kind of just to demonstrate her range, and have fun while doing things she doesn't typically get to do. Between the 7th and 8th hurdles of the 400-meter hurdle race, when the final curved summit is replaced by the final straightaway, is when she enjoys herself the most. 300 meters into the race, she wakes up from her engrossed concentration on her stride pattern and assesses the positions of both herself and her rivals. McLaughlin-Levrone is in a similar transitional stage this month as her 2022 season came to a conclusion, and she was relieved to have accomplished her 2 main career goals of winning gold medals at the Olympic and World Championships. She has started by evaluating who she is, where she is, and what lies ahead. Her name is where the alterations start. She just married former NFL receiver Andrew Levrone, and she now wishes to go by her hyphenated last name. She also feels more at ease accepting worldwide celebrity, as her previous hesitations about exposing details of her off-the-beaten-path life start to fade. The most important question is what she will run. After her season ended in mid-August, she started getting ready for her September honeymoon, as well as a photo shoot for her sponsor New Balance. She and Bobby Kersee, her 2-year coach, had not yet had the discussion. She has, however, undoubtedly given attention to the next phase of her profession. This level of interest in the 400 hurdles, which competitors liken to solving a puzzle at top speed, hasn't been present since Edwin Moses won 122 consecutive races between 1977 and 1987. McLaughlin became the first woman to cross the finish line in under 51 seconds, and Karsten Warholm of Norway became the first man to do so last year. Longtime college coach Ralph Lindemann once described the race as arguably the most demanding of all events in the sprint hurdle group, a judgment he based on the need for not only speed, endurance, and technical hurdling skill, but also constant awareness of stride pattern between the 10 hurdles that can result in mid-race adjustments and occasionally mid-air adjustments. According to Moses' theory, there are at least 31 potential failure points in the race: the beginning, the takeoff, the flight, and the landing at each obstacle. He won Olympic gold medals in 1976 and 1984 by methodically reasoning his way around such errors using his knowledge in math and physics. He also pioneered the usage of only 13 strides to traverse the 35 meters between hurdles. McLaughlin-Levrone has distinguished herself after moving to Kersey's coaching in 2020 by taking 14 strides between hurdles, which is uncommon for female athletes. She has run 6 of the top 7 fastest times in history thanks to her technical proficiency and top-end speed, which Moses compared to a car's 6th gear. Moses, who has closely studied Levrone's career, claims that the only thing limiting Levrone is the number of mistakes she makes in a given day. The second big modification McLaughlin-Levrone made during the pandemic that she attributes to her present success was the coaching change she made for Kersey. She developed a more fervent devotion to her Christian faith as a result of her solitude and loneliness. In addition to his wife Jackie Joyner-Kersee, sprinters Florence Griffith Joyner and Allison Felix, as well as a long list of hurdlers who unsuccessfully attempted to unseat Moses in the 1980s, Kersey is a lengthy figure in the sport. He was strict with McLaughlin-Levrone from the beginning as well because he was known to be all business during training and expected peak fitness. However, during one of their initial sessions, Kersey also fostered trust by giving the woman a laminated piece of paper with a drawing of a wheel with slices indicating various emotions. There are numerous paths that career could go. According to statistician Mark Butler, her leg on the United States gold medal winning 4x400 meter relay team in July was the 7th fastest women's relay split ever. This only increased the intrigue surrounding a potential 400 hurdles and open 400 double. Moses claims that although the 400 hurdles and open 400 are the same distance, the two races have quite different approaches to technique and strategy. An all-out sprint is a deliberate cadence. The question is whether she will have to choose between one or the other. Although McLaughlin-Levrone acknowledged the tricky distinctions between the two competitions, she doesn't think they are so significant that running one would exclude running the other. Joyner-Kersee is a significant resource for advice. McLaughlin-Levrone respects that Joyner-Kersee has experienced many of the same things she is going through because she won 6 Olympic medals in the heptathlon and long jump events between 1984 and 1996. Joyner-Kersee acknowledges the younger athlete's interest in the game. McLaughlin-Levrone will inquire about Joyner management Kersee's of every situation, from the hours prior to a race to the months following a season. She will be reminded by Joyner-Kersee to not let the expectations of others steal her joy. She confirmed that they have talked about contesting several tournaments. When Sebastian Coe heard about her 50.68 time and heard about her potential, the president of World Athletics, the sport's international governing body, he was left speechless. The 1,500-meter Olympian who won gold in 1984 co-created headlines and appeared on late-night talk shows thanks to his outstanding track accomplishments. Now he is the leader of a group working to revive the sport's American fan base and elevate it to the top 5 sports by the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. McLaughlin-Levrone is the kind of high-wattage celebrity that the sports executives need to promote to more viewers, he said. Exposure can take many different kinds. By the time the 2024 Paris Olympics roll around, 4 years will have passed since the last time a global track championship was held. As a result, McLaughlin-Levrone and Kersee have become more choosy about how frequently they compete before and after each championship, according to Levrone. She hasn't participated in the Diamond League since 2019, the most prominent circuit in terms of broadcast distribution, in part because of this. McLaughlin-Levrone wants to be the best ambassador for the sport that she could be, a sign that she is ready to embrace the spotlight in ways that may have gone against her instincts when she was younger and had not yet established herself as a world champion. Track needs more people to pay attention to it. She wants her fantastic track accomplishments to belie an incredibly ordinary life, so that new fans who may have seen her for the first time when the clip of her most recent world record aired on SportsCenter can be aware of this, that she enjoys dealing with kids, doing makeup and fashion. Perhaps more than anything else, she wants to be known for having a strong faith. regardless of where she ends up on a stage or how many followers she gains or loses. She has even researched publishing options for her poetry in the future. 3 world championships, 2 Olympics, the potential for a new competition, and a ton of writing fodder will all take place during the next 6 years. With that, we come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you found our video interesting, do like, share, and subscribe. See you with another video. Till then, bye.